one of the veterans that I worked with, she had PTSD to the point where she couldn't leave her home. We got to the point where we were doing outings because she wanted to be able to get that quality of life back. So the first outing that we went to was a Safeway. We walked around the outside for a half hour before she could go in. She shared with me that before she left her house, she threw up. She had a very difficult time coming because she was overwhelmed with going out in public. Now she's graduated with her dog. She participates with her kids in events at school. She is able to go anywhere she wants now, and she's also a volunteer with us and will come with her dog to help other dogs learn how to be service dogs. Faithfully Canine was founded in 2018 after working for a service dog organization that provided trained service dogs to clients but had a 3 to 5 year waiting list. I decided it would be a great idea to work with people and train them to train their own dogs. So individuals with a disability, we meet with them, we help them to train their dogs, but they're the ones doing the training. So they build that bond with their dog so they can get immediate help.
I'm John, this is Jimmy. Rescued him from Dumb Friends League in February, and we started training with Faithfully Canine in March. He's become my light in the darkness. He's given me somebody beside myself to be responsible for. I have moments where I get lost, and just knowing that he's there helps me kind of, come back, and it's priceless. They empower us veterans to train our dogs as opposed to the other organizations who just, connect you with a dog and then you have to kind of develop a bond and hope that it works out and everything versus, us where I bring my dog to them and they're like, hey, let's see what we can do. Let's make him a service animal, and it's amazing that they give us the tools to train our dogs to become our best companion.
For people living with a disability, getting out into public can be very difficult. And then when they're training their own service dog, that makes it even more difficult because they're having to focus on their dog and make sure their dog behaves. And so being able to have access to different venues to practice these behaviors is really important. It can be a big jump going from maybe a concert here in the park where you can control the distance from the music and get the dog used to it versus coming to an enclosed theater where an orchestra is playing, where it can be louder and maybe you've got amplifiers, and so we try to build up to that. But that real life experience, we don't know how the pup's going to do until sometimes we're in that situation. With the Denver Philharmonic, accessibility and the inclusiveness and the supporting the diversity, that helps my clients go in more relaxed. And most of the time they realize, hey, my dog did much better than I thought. And that confidence continues to build. That's what's so amazing, is that it's another way to help these veterans and help civilians with disabilities be able to have a more normal life and be more independent and not stay holed up in their home. So they can maybe try to regain some of what they lost when they had to start living with a disability.